Wonderland. Boogie Wonderland. We boogied on down to the Almeida today to see a brand new play, and we're glad that our fellow leggers are joining us.
Hello, fellow leggers. Yes, we are here to see Dance Nation
At the Almeida Theatre, North London, one of our most favourite theatres.
So stay tuned to find out how many legs.
Whether it's break a leg
or leg it.
So we need to have a discussion.
Oh, this sounds deep.
So is it dance or dance?
As in nation, is it Dance Nation or Dance Nation? Does it depend on your accent,
Well,
I suppose?
we're in the UK, so long A's are permitted. Dance.
Queen's kind of, is it received pronunciation would be dance.
But it's an American playwright, so
it's
surely they
dance.
would say dance,
Dance
right?
Nation. Dance Nation, Dance Nation.
Let us know what you think down below. Either way, it's
Here we are at the Almeida Theatre.
and it's a play by Clare Barron.
Okay.
It won awards when it premiered in the States last year, and it's here at the Almeida in a brand new production directed by Bijan Sheibani.
Who also directed Barber Shop Chronicles, which we caught at the National Theatre.
Yeah, last year, which was great. We really enjoyed that.
did.
Check out our review. This piece explores youth, ambition and self-discovery in the world of teenage competitive dance.
Ooh.
So think dance moms, you know, those sort of crazy, ambitious, cutthroat, I'm going to get
High
what
drama.
I want. High drama.
I like the sound of this already.
The teenage dancers in this are being played by adult actors, including Nancy Crane, who we saw in Against here, but she was also in Summer and Smoke here.
Which we loved here, which is fantastic. This is why we love this venue. They produce such amazing work and productions. High quality. Summer Smoke is going into the Duke of York's Theatre.
Yeah, from
I'm so
November.
glad it's got a transfer because the lead, who was Patsy
Farron,
was
my.
brilliant.
Do you know
and
what, Olivier?
We think she's
Have it now, Patsy.
She's going to be. I think
we'll
that's,
give it you.
I think so. Expect
We
big
had a
things
say, we don't
when
have a say.
Sir Ian McKenny is out of the Duke of York's. Head over and see Summer and Smoke, the Almeida transfer. Anyway, enough about that production.
Yeah.
This one.
Also in this is Sarah Hadland, who's possibly best known for playing Stevie, the store manager in the highly successful BBC sitcom. Try saying that 3 times fast. Miranda.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the "What you done did?" I'm sure that haunts her. I've also seen her in loads of other things. She's got loads of stage credits. I saw her in something called What's in a Name. That was a great play. She's done Horrible Histories. I like her a lot.
Okay. Anything else we need to know? It's a short one, right?
1 hour 50. So
straight through with an interview.
No
interval.
with an interval. No intervals. 1 hour 50 straight through. So not short, but still one act.
Okay.
So,
well, stick around to the end to find out how many legs.
All of our thoughts about the piece. Well, that was Dance Nation, and I think I'm going to do this a bit differently.
Oh.
I'm going to start with you, but I'm going to ask, if this piece was a dance, which dance would it be and why?
Are you presuming I have a knowledge of dance? Do you mean like a dance style?
Yeah,
or a dance?
like a specific dance. Like, you know how some things have a routine?
Yes.
What would it be? Like, could you like, you know,
I would say,
link it to something?
is there a dance that's disappointing?
Can I give my answer?
Is this because are you asking this because you have a dance
Well, I
in
do
your
have a
mind?
dance in mind.
Come on then, share what it was.
For
A rhetorical
me-
question then, fellow leggers.
For me, it was a Morris dance. You know when nobody's quite sure why they're doing it,
Right.
but they sort of always have, and it's sort of slow, and there's some sticks and a maypole, and people feel an obligation to sort of watch it, but no one really knows why.
Okay.
And that's how I felt.
That's
about
not
this
that's not
piece.
good vibes, and I guess I was saying kind of like a bit of a disappointing dance. So possibly under tremors or undercurrents of this not being too great.
Okay, well, go on. What did you think?
Okay, I think, firstly, let's talk about the theme of the piece. The piece in itself, before we actually get onto this production in terms of its writing, I thought that this piece fits in quite well with the season that the Almeida is putting together in terms of championing voices of females, female directors, female writers, female leads.
There's a male director on this show.
Okay, in which case, but in terms of its narrative and the stories it's telling, you know, it got very strong female parts. So I thought the piece fits well. There were some nice, interesting stories within the piece. Some really nice monologues, actually.
Long monologues, very long.
Really well young female monologues. So I'd check out this script in terms of that if you're looking for female monologues. And that's as much as I'll say about the piece. This production, I had issues with them not being able to dance.
Okay. Well, they
do you know the original though?
I don't know the original production.
Okay, so this is where for me the piece falls apart.
Before.
Okay, the fact that they can't dance, I had massive issues with that, because we're meant to see, the big thing about watching these kind of television programs where we get to see these pushy mums or things like that is that the kids are very talented, and you admire them for that and what they have to go through and the discipline, the physical and mental discipline at such a young age to endure that. When that's just actors and they have no technique or technical style, and it's kind of a bit embarrassing. Well, obviously the choreographer has done what she can with the cast, but ultimately it looks like just a bit of amateurish in what they're actually pulling out. It then lacks a real connection. If they had a cast that was technically fantastic, young, not as young as they need to be specifically, they could still be young adults, but actually technical
women in
dancers
their 30s probably
and above
playing 13-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I reckon you'd probably get away with 16, 17, 18-year-olds, but as long as they're talented dancers, I think this piece would have a completely different flavour. And if what they were doing was technically incredible, then this piece would be... This production of this piece, which again, I don't know what the original was like. I don't know if this was a directorial decision or if this is just in the writing. The writer wants them to be adults. And that, for me, was just a massive thing right from the very start. I couldn't buy into it.
You're being far more generous than I would be. I think.
Why? What do you think?
Fundamentally, the piece is poor. The writing is without focus. It flits and starts in style and in sort of scene, and I just couldn't find a throughput. I couldn't find a single piece of empathy with any of the characters. I didn't feel that their stories were fully realised. I didn't care at all for a single second of the entire 1 hour and 40 minutes it ended up being of the show, which felt its length. I was itching to get out of my seat and leave after 20 minutes. Had there have been an interval, I would not have gone back. This piece had no redeeming features for me whatsoever, fundamentally at the script. Now moving on to production.
Hold on, I don't think the Leggers fully know your point of view. Did you like it or not?
Moving on to production.
I don't think you're making it clear.
I would echo what you said. I thought that the dancing was sloppy, the accents were messy. It's set in America and they were inconsistent. I found the production values just poor. I just thought much more could have been done of the scenes, and you know what needed to be done with the scenes, because the strength wasn't in the writing. It needed to have even more thrown at it just to hide the fact that fundamentally this I cannot believe this has won a single award apart from probably worst piece of writing award.
Although that was a different production.
Yeah, well,
I did feel it.
The script has won awards.
But I thought there are elements of the script that were very nice, actually, and I think given a young cast that I could connect to, with strong technical abilities, I could buy into that because it is giving them a voice. It felt as if it was written by someone who'd gone through that experience and wanted to tell their story of going through the very pushy parents, the expectations of that dance. And the competition and the self-esteem issues. It felt as if there was a narrative and something to be told, but I did feel as if this production lacked creative vision.
I mean, the person that was sat next to me was having a great time and was laughing. I mean, maybe it's a piece...
There were lull moments.
It's a piece that I didn't laugh a single time. But maybe it's written for people in that situation by a person in that situation that is only relatable to a person that's been through those times, because the general audience I don't think are going to get on board with this unless I am completely missing the mark. I think the critics are going to have a field day.
I did think there were some good performances. I know you're slamming it left, right, and centre in terms of I don't think you liked very many of the cast. I could be jumping conclusions there. However, let's talk about a couple. I love the dancer, the main dance teacher. I really liked what he was doing.
Okay.
Some really nice.
Brendan Cowell is his name, the actor that's
liked Brendan Cowell. He was
in
very
Yerma
good.
At the Young Vic.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember him.
He was the lead opposite Billy Piper then.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm sure he was. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Leggers, comment below. If he was the one, I'm pretty sure that he was. He played opposite Billy Piper in that glass box of theirs.
Thought he did his best.
Also, I liked the feisty woman, the real hard woman. Where is she? This one.
Woman.
Yeah, her name is
Kayla Michael.
She brought a real, meat to it, and then a real vulnerability. She had a lovely monologue as well, really interestingly written as well. I liked her performance too. Any other performances that stood out to you? Oh, the main dancer who could dance but kind of didn't want to take the limelight.
This one, played by Carla Crome.
Again, a really nice performance. Acting is fine. I just really wish that they could dance. I'm sure they could find dancers who could act. It's just a real loss for me with that in terms of connection. Anything else you want to say?
I have nothing left to say.
Okay. I can't say the set was that great because I think it lacked vision in that regard.
The lighting was serviceable, which is surprising because it's the same lighting person that did Summer and Smoke, and the lighting in that was fabulous.
The creative vision
Maybe they got on board last minute. Who knows?
Anything else? No. Okay. Well, I guess you're probably wondering, fellow leggers, how many legs we are going to give Dance Nation playing here at the Almeida Theatre for this piece. We are going to give 1.
It made Against, which was possibly by that point the worst thing I'd seen at the Almeida, look like a masterpiece in comparison. I am shocked and appalled.
I'm not that bad. I mean, I liked some of the performances. I liked some of the themes of, in the writing. I just thought ultimately I didn't connect, and there was missing that. As I said, I've said it all already. I don't think it's going to appeal to everybody. I felt as if the audience was a bit flat on leaving and not kind of like, "Way, oh my goodness!" It's just a bit. But hey. That's just what we thought.
Hopefully.
Did we miss the trick?
Maybe we did. Maybe if you see something in this that we didn't get, then let us know down below. Theatre is subjective. We give our opinions here, but ultimately it's up to you to come and see something like this and to make up your own mind.
And come and see it.
Yeah,
come and tell us what you think.
Try it out.
Do you agree or disagree?
Don't spend too much on a ticket, but do come and see it. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's
do you know what?
Theatre.
That's what we think. What do you think? Let us know. We're the Breaker Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon. Bye.